happens when three buffoons give life advice, explore unrealistic situations, and give random topics more thought than they probably deserve? It's the Spitballers Podcast with Andy, Mike, and Jason.
What's up, Spitwads? It's another episode of the show.
Oh, I wish people could have seen the arm dancing you were just putting on. Oh my goodness, real good. Real good.
Do you want me to teach you, Mike?
I'm pretty sure I can pick it up.
My family has a long history of dancing like birds, like wild birds.
You looked like Papa McFly dancing at the Under the Sea enchantment dance.
Thank you. I take that as a
Not a
compliment.
Not a compliment.
You can follow this fine show and all of its arm dancing at Spitballers Pod on Twitter, the website spitballerspod.com. You can submit questions for the show, and we're happy you joined us this fine morning or afternoon or evening or whenever you're listening.
Probably, if I have to guess, it's probably a Monday morning because that's when they release, and everyone around the nation, nay, the world,
they surround their transistors.
They're waiting for the new episode to drop. They go, hoo-ha! It's Monday morning. I get up, I put the tie on tight.
You put the tie on tight, just the tie.
Just the tie. I'm naked with a tie. And,
oh, no. And
then I listen to the Spitballers Pod.
This is how I listen to all my podcasts.
Good time to remind you, this is a family-friendly
Jason.
weekly dose of nonsense. We have a great show today.
Thai nudist?
Situation room, would you rather? And that's a great question. Let's whoa. We should take a split second to thank everybody who's left us a fine review over on the iTunes, supporting the podcast, helping us grow into the comedy behemoth that this show is becoming.
Did you know? So this is, what episode is this, 19?
This is the 19th episode in our tenured history.
Our super long tenured history. Thank you, Spitwads. We are right now.
Yeah.
We're at about 500,000 downloads.
Oh, goodness.
And we love you. We thank you. And we have no idea why you're listening.
There's one word that comes to mind when I think of my own participation in this show, maybe all of us.
Mistake.
As time goes on. I was going to go with legacy, Mike.
Oh. It's a mistake on your legacy.
Tomato.
It's a legacy mistake.
The Situation Room.
All right, we're hopping into the Situation Room. And here we go. You find a book and begin to read, only to discover that it is your life.
Oh, it's like Sebastian.
You get to the
Never-ending story, no?
You get to the point that you are at right now.
Sebastian!
In the book. Do you turn the page knowing that you will not be able to change any of the events that are to come? So you've discovered a book of your life. You've now read to the point where the bookmark is.
Where you're reading about you reading a book.
Correct.
Man.
The part of the book where you've just discovered a book about your life.
I don't think you'd be weirded out at that point, Mike. You've already been reading everything that's happened. You're not getting oh my gosh, how'd they know I was reading this?
But do you go on reading? Do you want to know what is to come? Or do you, maybe you don't read it consecutively, but maybe you just skip ahead a little bit and just read like a little paragraph. Like,
here's the first thing I do.
He threw up the bagel he had that morning.
The first thing
someday I'm going to throw up a bagel. Ooh.
First thing I do is I mark my page. I close that book and I look, how far through this book am I?
That's a pro move.
Yeah, I go, am I
why are there only 3 pages left?
Am I near the end here?
Well, hold on, because it's a magic book.
True.
Do pages just
solid point?
But do pages just keep appearing? Does the text once you've caught up, is the text appearing in front of you? Is it talking about you thinking about reading this book?
I hope the book completely tricks you. I close it. I'm halfway through the book. 90% of those pages left are blank.
Yeah.
And then an anvil just Wile E. Coyotes you right there.
Should have read the next page. Could have dodged.
So you check the book. You see if you got, what if you got like a few chapters at least? I mean, what if you're halfway through your book?
I'm going to hope that we are at the furthest, we're halfway through. Okay.
Sure. Right.
So let's say I close this book, I look, and I got half the book, half the life.
Do you have a friend
left to go?
Would you hand me the book and let me read for you?
Is there a
Tell you the good stuff?
is there a table of contents
No.
No,
in a magic book?
No, of course not.
What kind of a book doesn't have a table of contents?
A magic book, Mike. What a ridiculous question. Table of
Do you want to read it, Mike? Do you want to know anything?
No.
I don't think I want to know.
I don't want to know.
There is zero chance I'm not reading on. I am reading the
Really?
heck out of this book. Oh, you betcha.
That gets in a whole paradoxical universe there where it's like, if you know what's going to happen, do you do what's going to happen? I mean...
or is the reason it happened because I read ahead? So here's where I'm at. There's no way I don't read ahead. Now, that doesn't mean I'm reading the completion. I'm not necessarily reading every page to the rest of my life, find out how I die. But I'm reading that next page. I'm going to say, how's the day going? And then I'm going to see how that day goes, having known it. You know what I mean? Like,
then you'll come back?
Then I'll decide. I'll be like, man, that sucked.
How detailed is this book?
Right.
It's got to be more like, these have got to be bullet points. Otherwise, not every conversation you have, not every time you go to the bathroom, not every time you have a meal. I mean, this has got to be
an encyclopedia set.
Yeah, this has got to be more like, okay.
Fills a library.
Maybe you've even got, maybe you're even skipping days and weeks in this book, right? You got the headlines.
It's only the highlights.
So maybe you
the
skip
highlights
ahead
of my life would fill a library, Mike.
I don't think they would.
That's probably not true.
But what if you went ahead a few chapters and all you read was just Jason woke up and reattached his prosthetic leg and set out for the day.
Oh,
and then,
man. And then the rest, you're just watching.
You're just trying to figure out how you lost your leg in the next 10 years.
That's where I stay in bed for sure to avoid it. I never get out of bed, and then gangrene gets me in bed.
That's like a really benign version of Final Destination.
Right.
Where instead of you're waiting to die, you're just waiting to be maimed. That's not fun. All right, we're moving on. You are offered a pill that makes you 25% more intelligent, but permanently removes your hair, including your eyebrows.
So full hair.
So someone walks up, probably wearing a really cool trench coat and a pair of sunglasses, and he says, "I got a pill. Do you want this?"
I see Morpheus here.
This is Morpheus. And he's saying 25% smarter, more intelligent, but you got no hair. I mean, you got no eyebrows.
Here's the problem for me. So this is really a vanity versus intelligence. 25%, I don't know that that's enough for me. Then I'm just average.
That's true for you.
Then it's I want to be a little bit smarter, sure.
You need a lot more than 25% to get back to...
Yeah, it's going to need... It's going to need to be limitless. You know what I mean? The movie.
That's a lot more than 25%.
I was saying, what percentage do you need to want to be hairless?
200%.
200%.
If I can double my intelligence.
Yeah.
Cosmetic tattooing has seen leaps and bounds. I don't know if you guys have ever seen any
for the
of these,
eyebrows specifically.
For eyebrows and for hairlines. I don't know if you guys have seen the fellas. So there's fellas now that you got the George Costanza, you got the horseshoe hair, as I always call it. I don't know what other people call it.
The Costanza.
But there are tattoo artists now that fill it in, and so it just looks like you have the real close shave, and it looks legit.
I would hope, though, that we are now smart enough with our intelligence to realize that appearance should not matter.
You've just become a beam of light?
Yeah, total Dr. Manhattan situation here.
Well, I'm reading on this Cosmetic Tattoos, and I guess it's very common for women to get their lips filled out more by tattoo.
Yes.
To make the lips appear fuller via cosmetic tattoo. I didn't know that existed.
There's a lot of crazy stuff happening.
But it's basically saying, look, I need to become smart enough to where I can be the freak and still respected. You know what I mean? How Mr. Professor X has got his wheelchair and he's just kind of cruising along, but he's just so smart and can do anything he wants, so he's...
What's wrong with
Are you calling him a freak?
No. I'm saying where that...
You're a monster.
No, where the disadvantage is so disproportionate to the advantage.
I gotcha.
I'm not trying to call him a freak for being in a wheelchair. I'm saying that everything about him is his intelligence. And I don't know
Right.
if I go up 25%.
That's where I'm saying it's got to be more.
Yeah.
It's got to be that limitless. I need to be able to.
Can I even go up 25 more percent? I mean, I'm probably capped at like maybe 5% more.
Yeah, I'm not positive, but I think there's a ways. I think there's room for improvement. What is that? That's is that alopecia?
Yes. What's this? The basketball player.
Think about how much.
Villanueva.
Yeah.
Think about how much faster you'd be able to swim.
Oh, come.
I'm just saying, there's some advantages here to the hair loss.
I would say your advantages swimming speed are less than 25% swimming speed. I'm thinking you're more in the
But
1%.
Form of a dolphin. I mean, what are you doing over here?
Go. Well, look,
Dolphin.
Ridiculous.
Slippery, though. I mean, you're a little slippery.
Yeah, I remember in high school, all the swimmers, they would have the shaving parties
Yes.
where they'd grow. My girlfriend was a swimmer, and so she'd grow the hair out on her legs.
Just to shave it?
Disgusting. To slow her down. No, just to slow her down.
What is happening with this
and then,
question?
And then they would all get together and shave, their whole bodies so that they'd be faster swimmers. It has to.
Wait, why do you grow it out to then shave it?
Because when you're practicing, it slows you down.
Oh,
and then
it's
for
like
the meat.
It's like the donut on the bat and for baseball players.
Exactly.
Oh, so you build your strength up trying to fight against your
Because
leg hair?
of all the leg hair?
Yes.
So your girlfriend had that much leg hair, she was being now slowed down like a parachute back behind her?
Maybe she had a little Italian in her. She's
Goodness gracious. You were on board for this plan?
I was not. I didn't get a say in this. I
Wolf
wasn't
man.
married. This wasn't my decision to override.
I would have looked sideways. All right. Here's the last situation room question. Do you want to receive $20,000 for nothing
Yes.
or $200,000 if you can pick the number? So if somebody comes up to you, they say, you got a choice. You got $20,000. You can take it. Or you can have $200,000 if you can pick the number I'm thinking of between 1 and 5.
Man.
So you've got a 20% chance at $200,000 or a 100% chance at $20,000.
We got some trust problems to start. Because the first thing I think is
With all these weird strangers offering us things?
No,
Yeah. There's a
I've
problem.
if the person says, guess the number I'm thinking, I don't believe he's ever going to. If I say 3,
He's got
and he
to
was
know-
thinking 3, he's going to be like, nope.
He's got his thoughts notarized, though. He's got it on a piece of paper.
Yeah,
That's
locked
what I
down.
need. I need to
You got
say,
to go to the bank, grab the notary.
write that number on a piece of paper, get that notarized. The other person knows it, and say, if you can guess that.
This is basically what?
20% chance.
Yeah.
Right?
But to increase your money tremendously.
You're trying to do the math on how many times?
I was actually trying to do a bird in hand, how many in the bush.
Well, let's think about this mathematically.
That's 10 times more
This is
money.
10 times more
10 in the
money.
bush.
And you have a 20% 10 in the bush, yes,
Yeah.
as they say.
Yeah.
You have a 20% chance of being right
Right.
for 10 times the money. 20 is greater than 10, so you have to go with the 200,000, mathematically speaking.
Are you hairless now? Did you figure that out through your
Yes.
intellect?
Through my intellect.
I'd take the $20,000. Give me the bird in the hand. I ain't playing this game.
this
Do you
is
hear
re-
this lottery right now? It's up to like $970 million.
I'll be right back.
This is reminding me. Are you guys familiar with the Monty Hall? What do they call it? The Monty Hall problem, basically, where it talks about the show Let's Make a Deal,
Sure.
right? And then at the end, when there's 3 curtains, you pick one, and then they reveal the curtain on one of them, and it shows you that it's the wrong choice. Now you have the option between staying with yours or switching.
Which makes no sense to switch.
But mathematically, you have to switch.
Really?
It's crazy. I mean, it's a tiny little increment of probability of upping your odds, but it's extremely fascinating when you dive into this of all the reasons why you actually have to make the switch because they've shown you one, they've removed.
I'm going to need to go hairless.
I was
going to
say,
understand this.
Because I have hair, you're not making any sense to me.
Well, you should
let you make that joke.
Listeners, you got to go check it out. It's very fascinating stuff.
No, so to
But I'm
answer-
taking the 20K.
I'm
not
not-
doing it. That's a 20%. This isn't 50-50.
Yeah.
If it look,
So if it's a coin flip, you go that direction?
I guess if it's 1 in 3, if it's a 33% chance I can get it right,
33% chance to go 10x your money.
Yeah, I'm gonna let it ride.
This
Then,
is-
but at 20%, I'm not gonna go.
This question is just, hey, do you gamble? Because I mean, the reality is I'm not a gambler. I've never enjoyed gambling, but I think it comes down to like, I don't know.
Do you need the money?
I want a pool.
Okay,
I can get a pool for 200,000 I can get a pool for 20 grand. But it's not a good one.
Are you making the pool?
Nice above ground.
Yeah, very classy.
So you're taking the chance?
I believe that I can guess his number, yes.
All right, wait, no. Hold on.
Oh, let's do this.
Let's do it.
All right.
Let's do it. I have
Yep.
the number.
But you have to write
we'll
it down.
both do
I've
it.
already established I'm not trusting you
We'll
guys.
give you two chances.
Oh,
I'm
I'm gonna get both of your numbers without a doubt.
I've got my number
Got
down.
mine. Who are
It's
you
between
guessing?
1 and 5, right?
Yeah, who are
Yeah.
you guessing first?
I'm guessing Andy is 1, Mike is 3.
4, 3.
No money. I'm ruined.
All right, let's move on to Would You Rather.
Would you rather?
All right, this is a classic Would You Rather. Very important. Would you rather die by a zombie attack or a shark attack if you had to choose?
Gross.
Oh, that one's easy for me. That one's easy. It's the shark. You have to take the shark attack.
Why?
It's going to be faster
How do you know?
because
You don't choose which part of the shark.
but
But it
I've,
has to be faster. It's got the chompers.
yeah. If it's a shark attack, that means it's a big shark, and they're vicious and they're animals.
Bigger mouth, bigger teeth, sharper teeth.
They're animals, right? So they instinctually know to go for a kill. You're not trying to like, oh, I'm just gonna gnaw on this guy's leg. Oh, I'm going up to the thigh. They go for absolute
What if
death
it's eaten
blows.
alive by
But here's
stingray shark?
Here's the other stingray shark.
Yeah, isn't that a shark?
No,
A stingray is not a shark?
a stingray is a manta.
Damn, man. You thought it was a shark?
I'm going to shave my head
Manta
soon.
ray.
I gotta get smarter.
And then with a zombie attack, you turn into a zombie.
That's why
You're
I'm getting eaten by
soulless,
zombies.
You're soulless, your cursed body. You're roaming the streets unless someone takes you out. And I'm not turning into a zombie. Jaws is taking me out of the world.
Isn't that a legacy you want, though? I mean, you go on living, sort of.
You're immortal, but I mean that's the ethical
undead.
question of zombies. Are you freeing their souls from their body? I don't know.
I think that aren't there
That's
certain
deep.
movies where there's like levels of zombies? Like there's like the general zombies or above the.
Yeah, those are.
I mean, maybe you can move up the ranks.
those movies are ridiculous when you start giving zombies
Tears.
brain power and they can play instruments.
Shark attack seems so terrifying, though. I was just
it's
I was
not
just at
good.
the beach, right? And the ocean is so intimidating. It's just so humongous.
Yes, and
it's gigantic.
The scary part of the ocean is
Do I know the shark's going to eat me? Is the real question. Anticipation of knowing makes all the difference. in the world.
so you're instead of just killing you.
Well, it's just
Don't waste my body. Use it for nutrition, shark.
no, that's not what I mean. What are you talking
No,
about?
he's saying
God.
he knows he's gonna die, but he used the word eaten. Do I know I'm gonna be eaten? But I think his point is just, do I know or do I not know?
Yeah, is this a sudden shark attack, or am I seeing him circle me for 10 minutes is my point. Because if I know, like I'd rather be suddenly eaten by a zombie than eaten by a shark after an hour of knowing that it's coming. The anticipation of being in a giant ocean all alone and in a certain amount of time you're being circled by sharks, and the anticipation.
But there's you live in a world of anticipation. The zombies, unless you happen to be patient number 2.
Well, that's what I mean. Like
Who
if it was
gets you-
sudden though, I'm like just walking down the street collecting my cans or whatever I do. In
Someone's eating my back. Hey,
Excuse me,
excuse
sir.
me, that's my back.
All right, they both stink. I'm gonna go shark attack.
I'm going to choose both.
Zombie sharks.
A zombie shark, because when I then am a shark,
You don't turn into a shark, Jason. You just turn into a zombie version of yourself.
but I could still explore the ocean.
You
because
don't
I cannot
LL
die.
Cool J. My head is like a shark's fin, and transform.
All right, if it's just like that, I'm picking shark. Get this thing over with.
That's what this is an easy question.
All right, here's a much more important would you rather that our listeners can help debate. Would you rather lose the ability to use GPS for the rest of your life or lose the ability to use a debit or credit card for the rest of your life?
Oh, man. We're going back to the 70s. I mean,
When
really.
you had neither of those?
There were
When you
no
had
credit cards.
checkbooks and no GPS.
You had checkbooks, cash, and a map.
It's just that made me laugh because we have listeners of this show that went, holy crap, the 70s? That's like 1,000 years ago.
Look, I
And
wasn't
I'm like,
born in the 70s.
I know, but it's really not that long ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a way. We're so dependent on both of these
Yes.
to get anywhere. I
So-
mean, I have no way. I've never had to do a big long distance trip where I don't have GPS to guide me.
I have never done a
Like you take the wrong turn.
But your parents did, right? Did you
all
go
the time.
road trip with the parents?
Oh yeah, they had maps. We brought maps. That generation. I'd go over to my grandparents' house for cards or something. The family get-togethers, and my grandfather and my dad and my uncles, they all sit around looking at maps.
I
Well,
can't
because they're building
imagine.
their own GPS in their head.
They're like, this trail goes here, and let's go up here and do this
They're
trail.
downloading data.
Yeah.
I can't imagine
smarter
having
than we
to everywhere we go, having to pull out a map and know my exact destination before I get there. So wait.
You realize then you're pulling out a wallet that's always full of cash.
Yeah. So here's the thing. One of these actually improves my life, and it's getting rid of the debit credit card.
Ooh.
Oh, from a responsibility
Oh
standpoint?
heck yeah, I have none.
Mr.
I have not. I mean, if I
Gambler.
it's so easy to just go
Does
swippity
this
swipe,
casino take credit?
insert the chip. I mean, look, when I go to from time to time,
Do you say swippity swipe when you buy that stuff?
every time. Oh, it's a swippity swipe one, not to insert the click a chip. Those are my options: insert the click a chip or swippity swipe. When my wife and I, every now and then, become responsible. It's happened
It's just
before.
occasional.
This is occasional leap years, birthday months, things like that.
Wait. You become responsible during your birthday
Actually,
month.
no. When I said that, I was like, "That's probably our
That's
most
the worst
irresponsible time." We go on a cash budget. We literally take our cards and we lock them in our safe, and we say, "I can only spend what I have," and it is so much better for me. I know the difference between having debit, credit cards. Oh my goodness! And I'm not talking credit. I'm not talking like putting things on a credit line. I'm just saying. One of them doesn't exist to me, like infinite swipes of a piece of plastic, and one is like I'm giving you my thing, and now it's your thing, and it's gone from me.
You know what I really like? Amazon. Good luck without using
you can't
Amazon,
cash
dummy.
Yeah, you can't.
Oh no!
That was
It's too late for
the
you.
dummy was a little unnecessary at the end of that sentence.
I don't know that it was. I didn't think about that.
Online shopping, gone.
What?
What? I mean, technically, you could use cash to buy like those Visa cards, right, and load them
No,
up.
I can't have a debit or credit
Yeah,
card.
that's true. That's true.
Oh, I have to.
So online
So
shopping.
you're telling me I'm pulling out a map? That's what you're saying?
Yes.
Because I cannot go without on. Oh my gosh!
Good
my
luck buying
bills?
a couch.
Wait, I could do auto bill pay.
Yeah, I guess you can.
ACH.
Because
Do you know how to write a check?
I learned in 7th grade. It's been a long time.
Remember they taught you that?
how to write? Yeah.
I had a class of writing a check.
Yeah, I remember that.
What
You
a
had,
waste
like,
of time.
And
Yeah.
and you'd be in line at the grocery store, and everybody would write checks for their stuff.
What a world we
Bounce
live in.
check. We live in a very nice. Look,
Where are you on this, Andy? Are you taking the maps or are you taking the credit
no,
cards?
I'm taking the credit cards, and I'm gonna throw the map away. Or I mean, I'm throwing
The
GPS away.
GPS.
I'll figure my way out.
Yeah.
I'm not
good.
losing my cell phone. I can call someone.
I can
Come pick me up.
I can get around my hometown. Good.
Yeah, I just not travel.
What if this question was also you can't have maps? Like you literally can only go where you know in your head. You can't look it up online. You can't. It's just you have no
wow.
maps.
Because MapQuest was before GPS. You'd
Yeah.
go and you'd look it up and print it
Right,
out.
so you can't even do
Yeah,
that.
I think that's better to take that out of the equation.
But
I
you're,
mean, at
you're
that
saying
point-
that maps have just evaporated from
So now you're saying, hey,
everything is
local
word of
guy,
mouth.
where do I go? How do I get to the ocean?
Exactly. I'm
They're
going
like-
to a stand-up this Saturday, and I don't know how to get there, and I
So
know
you-
it's just fine.
You take the 8 down to the 5, and you turn left, and you take a right, and you
Better
take a
not
left
forget.
after this thing.
You could write things down, Jason. Better not.
What if you had no?
I still choose Amazon. I mean, let's be honest.
Mike, where do you sit?
Yeah, I'm taking the credit cards.
Would you rather be constantly itchy or constantly sticky?
Ooh, both of those are terrible.
That sucks.
That is not good.
I feel like
So what's the itchiest you've ever felt? Genuinely,
Wow.
can you think of what's made you the most itchy?
I've been on like medication before
Oh,
that
okay.
like made you itchy, and then it's like
Oh, it made you itchy. I thought you were medication for your itch, and I wasn't sure you wanted to share that story.
Jason, do we need to edit this out?
So you've had
Yeah,
an
where it's-
allergic reaction that's made you itchy.
Yeah, and man, that's
Scratchy,
no
too?
Good. Yeah, that's itchy and the itchy and scratchy show. Yes, very
So
well done.
I think the itchiest I've ever been is from extreme sunburn.
really,
Yeah.
y'all like peeling skin?
Yeah.
Oh goodness, that's
You ever had like a
That's a bad time.
major mosquito attack and you just got,
Oh yeah.
I mean, been bitten up? And then what's the stickiest
See,
you've
here's
ever
the-
been?
Here's the problem.
You ever dipped in some honey?
I
Take a
feel
little-
like I'm always
Watch your words.
on workout. Oh, okie dokie. On workout days, I feel like I've got like a 3 hour of stickiness. If we're
Why?
including-
You have honey for sweat?
So, Jason,
I'm
do you
not-
drink syrup?
I'm not saying I sweat syrup, but I'm like, I'm sitting in this leather chair and
And you're getting sticky?
I don't.
Sticky?
Yeah, you could stick to it a little bit. You've never stuck to a leather couch?
When I have
I
no
have.
shirt on.
I usually am in my boxers.
Great point.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. So what's worse?
Being
I
itchy
think itchy is worse.
Itchy is worse.
Really?
Yes.
Because you could
I thought it was going to be a
function.
home run. I thought all three of us were absolutely going to say you can't be sticky.
No, because you can function as a sticky person, and you can't function as an itchy person. Like, I can go to the store as a sticky person and buy my groceries and not be uncomfortable in the actual, like, movement as much. But if
Yeah.
I'm itchy, you got to scratch. What are you going to
Man,
do?
I can't fathom actually being sticky. I mean, what? How do you live?
How do you ignore an itch? I mean, your mental
No,
toughness.
that's fine. I'm scratching. I'm not ignoring. I'm
Oh,
scratching.
then you're bloodied.
Yeah.
You're covered in blood and cuts.
I have a little self-control. I'm not using a knife.
That's not true.
You got to use the fingertips.
Yes,
The fingertips.
exactly, bro. I also find
No
slapping itches
Yeah,
very
that's-
nice.
that's-
You ever
good
had an
technique.
allergy test before? Where
Oh.
they put all those little dots on you and
Those,
then
those demon doctors?
and they don't let you scratch them. I remember to this day, I was a kid, and they would give my dad a magazine, and he could fan my itchy back with a magazine because you couldn't touch it.
If you're not familiar with an allergy test, so you go in, usually they do it to children. You lay down on your stomach, your back is exposed, and they put 40 or so different liquids on your back. Then they proceed to go through and puncture a hole in all of those spots, and they say, yeah, you're probably going to be allergic to a lot of these things.
So you
and they
get-
go directly into your body,
Yeah.
and you can't touch them.
And then they look at all the bumps and decide which ones are worse.
It's a form of torture that should not be allowed in the United States of America.
Isn't it okay though because you're only doing it to inferior people who have allergies?
Yeah.
Boom!
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That's a great question.
The sticky man says that we're inferior. Aren't you
Oh,
guys,
I'm not sticky.
Aren't
I'm
you guys
itchy.
sticky all the time?
Because I'm a hugger, and I ain't hugging if I'm sticky. Who's gonna hug me?
Nobody.
Yeah,
I ain't hugging you if you're itchy. Tell you,
you
that.
don't know if I'm itchy.
Oh, I'll know.
Gonna be like a cat
could
rubbing
be-
up against a post.
Oh, I'm gonna get when I'm itchy. I really need those hugs. Just a real tight squeeze and a shake
He's gonna
while the
have his-
hug is
He's
there.
gonna have
I'm
his
just-
own scratching tree
oh,
in
that'd
the
be
backyard.
awesome.
Jason's in the backyard like a bear.
You could wear like sandpaper clothing.
On the inside, my wife's so.
Yeah. Then you're just getting scratched.
I'm
all
pretty
the
sure
time.
there you're bleeding.
Yeah, you think that's not good. All right, here's a great question. If you had to learn any one skill in the world without trying, so we're talking Matrix style, which has always been the dream, right? Ever
Fly
since
a
you see that
helicopter.
movie. What would you pick? Like, you could just
Instantly know.
Taekwondo to the maximum.
Right.
You could instantly know any skill, any ability. You could be an architect overnight. You could be.
Ooh.
You could learn any professional trade, right? You could probably
Learn languages.
chess. How to fly an
I
airplane.
don't think anyone's picking chess.
Does this make well?
Except for Bobby.
Does this make you an expert? Like, I mean, if you're learning,
Yes.
You've downloaded all knowledge on that topic
Wow.
instantaneously.
Oh,
Are you looking for ones that benefit you financially right now? Is that the main?
No, I already know. I mean, there's
main objective?
There is no doubt in the world, and this is a genuine, like, it's something I've wanted to learn forever. And a couple times I've thought about learning. I've purchased books, and then I go, I ain't doing this.
Cooking?
This is impossible.
Cooking?
No. That sounds delicious, though.
Yeah, that would be the gift that keeps on giving. If
No,
you learn
it's-
to be a cook, you could you eat food forever.
Programming. Computer programming.
Oh,
Like,
nice.
I mean, I would be a wizard. I mean, Andy, we've run businesses for a long time, dating back to when we, all three of us, were running a video game company, and now we've got the fantasy football thing, and forever. I mean, you're a great web designer. I'm jealous of that. But those people that can actually make things happen on the internet,
You're a fan.
I
What about
would
a stockbroker?
that's-
Download everything there is. That'd be fun. I like predictive things.
If
Mike,
you
what do you
can
think?
combine that with the hairlessness,
What about the greatest surfer? You want to be a surfer, Jay?
I do not want to be a surfer. All this shark talk, I'm out of the water.
Those videos of people riding the giant waves are incredible.
Oh, I'd love to be a great golfer. That'd be fun.
Ooh.
Oh, goodness.
That's
That
a
would be
good one. That's a
Awesome,
good
because
call.
people always want to golf, and I don't because I suck.
Right.
Yeah, you could up your finance game if you're a good golfer.
I feel like if I was a good programmer and I could build websites and have them do things, I would build the wackiest. I would just my pranks life would be better. I could build, buy a URL that makes fun of someone and make it do something cool. I would just love to be a quality programmer. When I was like in freshman year of high school, I got in programming classes and I was good at it.
Uh-huh.
And then I never continued, and I missed
So maybe you could download some like follow through or something like that. Like become the most skilled person that like finishes what he starts.
I don't think that's a knowledge that's learnable, but if that,
Is that a
was,
skill?
it would improve my life more than anything.
I'm going to
because-
prepare for the future.
Yeah.
And I'm talking it could I don't know when, but maybe 50 years of the impending invasion. I'm going to become a master of robotics. I'm going to befriend artificial intelligence so that when they do, in fact,
You're going to be the first traitor.
no, trade. Sure, I guess if you want to call me Benedict, that's fine. But
You're going to join them?
Me and the robots are going to be hanging out.
Literally the last thing on earth that I would think someone would choose as a skill is the skill to befriend robots.
Well, it's a
I'm saying
master of robotics.
Yeah, once the AI, the singularity happens and takes over, I'm cool.
You sound like a psychopath.
Hey, you know what? Together, we're pretty good. My programming skills,
You know
and
what?
your
I'm going
robotic
to save you.
skills.
The guy who's calling me a psychopath is done.
Oh,
Robots
he's
have
first
killed
gone.
You.
He's
T1000 has already eliminated you.
yeah. Oh, we are taking this thing over. I'm joining you. Okay, and
Join the revolution.
join the revolution. Yes, we will survive at least long enough to be just the last two left before.
Before they turn us into batteries.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen the Matrix. I know what's coming. It's been a very Matrixy episode.
Before they turn us into
What are
batteries.
you? What are you learning?
I'm moving on. If Jurassic Park were real, would you visit it?
Oh heck
Yeah.
yeah!
What?
The
Now,
risk.
everything that's
People say no to this?
everybody that's ever visited Jurassic Park has
Not everyone.
and survived has lived to regret that decision, and the ones and not a lot of them have survived.
Maybe
Historically speaking,
maybe they
What
regret
if-
going.
I
What
don't
if-
think Ian Malcolm was happy with his decision to attend after he was nearly eaten by a
He didn't
Tyrannosaurus
want to
Rex.
go.
Okay,
in
Mike,
the first
new-
place.
Amended question: Would you go to Jurassic Park a real one, okay? You're one of many people. If you knew, like genuinely, you go there, but you know that day
Something's
all
going
the
wrong.
security fails, all the gates open, dinosaurs are loose.
But I'm not going.
No.
I feel like I
Just-
still
oh,
would.
still go.
I still think
Just
I
to see
would.
a dinosaur?
I think it's worth it because, look, there's going to be thousands of people there. There's so much meat. I don't have to be the one that goes.
Did you just say there's so much meat?
Yeah.
For the
Because they're
dinosaur.
For the
people.
dinosaurs.
I thought he meant he wants to eat the
He's
dinosaur.
on Team Dinosaur now.
Oh,
He's with the
I would
robots and the dinosaurs.
I thought he was looking at it as an opportunity to go hunt, kill, and eat dinosaurs.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Heck yeah,
Because
man.
of all the different meat styles.
a big game hunter.
Yeah, Brontosaurus.
I've never hunted a thing in my life, but you know where I'm going to start? Dinosaurs.
But you're saying that you just think it's a battle of the numbers. Someone else is going to get eaten. Everyone thinks that someone else is going to get eaten. It won't be them.
Until you're eaten. But yeah.
Eaten by a shark or eaten by a dinosaur?
If I knew dinosaur, heck yeah. I've seen a shark before. I've seen one. And if I've got to get eaten alive by a vicious killer animal, I want to see a dinosaur do it.
I don't know.
Is this
wrong
of me?
You want to see the dinosaur eat you?
Up
Is what you just said.
Up close and personal.
Could you start with my legs, please? I want to watch.
in Jurassic World who got lifted and taken away by the pterodactyls
Oh,
or
that.
pterosaurs. They looked like they were having a really bad day.
That's a bad way.
That is not the way I want to go.
I would be holding on tight.
Yes, I'm afraid of heights. That sounds terrible.
So you think you're going no matter
Heights
what?
is not the problem. It's where they're taking you to.
Wait,
They're not just going to drop you.
Well,
They're
they
going-
They definitely dropped some of them.
they did.
Right. Well, by accident. But
The shaky ones.
But their goal is to peck you to death
Oh man,
like a giant bird.
no, they want to feed you to their young.
That too.
What if I can do both and get eaten by the megalodon?
Oh, like a dinosaur shark.
Then it's a Jonah situation. Maybe I
Yeah,
live.
maybe you're
I
in the tummy.
Yeah.
If the creature's big enough, you could just be
Geppetto's
swallowed
in there.
up.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
But
build
I
a
get
raft.
that.
Build the raft and you start a fire and you're good and you get out.
Getting back to the real question,
The real truth.
I genuinely think if I could go solo, I'm not going to bring my family, but if I could go solo to a for real Jurassic Park,
Not gonna let your kids see dinosaurs, you selfish man.
I don't want to have to throw them in front of me as I run away. I don't want to be
Take
put
them.
in that situation, so I'm going to protect them by not letting them see these dinosaurs.
Have an appetizer. Well, this is kind of like, this is your one shot. Let's say you can go see a dinosaur or you never get to see one again. It's kind of like space, right? Let's say you had a shot at going to space, seeing space, but you pass on that and there's a risk, right?
Yeah, I think space is a good comparison because everyone knows there's an inherent risk. I mean,
Yeah.
it's probably safe. Like it's mostly safe
Yeah.
to go, but there have been
There's a
people
90%
who've lost their
chance
lives to go to space.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
90%
a-
chance someone else gets eaten. 90% chance you don't blow up in space.
90%, you say.
Yeah.
I like those odds.
That's pretty good odds. You know what I'm just now remembering? Have either of you been to Arizona?
Yes.
Why don't you explain what that is?
Yeah, so
And
for
yes, I have.
for anyone that
Very
has
similar to Jurassic Park.
yes, it is.
But bears.
But bears, Arizona is one of those drive-through wildlife zoos where you stay in your car, your vehicle, and you enter through the Jurassic Park gates and you drive through this path and you're just with a bunch of bears. I'm talking big old grizzly bears.
They can come up to your car.
They can walk right up to it. And we did this as a family, and there was one moment where a bear ran like, do they gallop? What is a bear when they're on all fours and they're going fast? What do you call that?
If they were coming towards you, I would call that a charge.
Oh, they were charging, and they weren't charging at. They were coming towards me, but also not directly towards my vehicle. It was kind of an angled path. But seeing that beast do what it can do, I'm in my car, and it was the scariest thing. I was like, they're so much more superior to us. I mean, it was a true freak out moment where it was like,
That's when he got out of the car and started running.
Yes.
And started waving the flare.
Throwing my children in front of me. Take him.
You know that happened. Maybe I shouldn't share that story. But there was a wildlife.
no.
There's a wildlife park over in Asia somewhere where you drive through it, and there are lions and tigers.
And someone put the windows down?
Someone got out and went.
What are you doing, man?
And it didn't end well. I'll put it that way.
Oh, no.
Oh, I mean, hanging out with apex predators is not a good idea.
But we'll do it if we're in our car, though.
Yeah.
And Jason's like, I will still go to Jurassic Park.
We're surrounded. We're
Yeah.
good.
Hey, remembering that terrifying event, I think I'm still going.
All right. Last question here. If you had to be stuck in a TV show for 1 month, what show would you pick and what character would you be?
Oh, we get to pick the character, too?
Yeah, so you're stuck in a show for a month. You know what's funny? The utopia of children's television is always attractive to me to live in that world.
Are you talking the calm ones, or are you talking like the Yo Gabba Gabba?
I literally
that world?
man.
no.
Yo
I
Gabba
mean, like
Gabba.
literally, like it might as well be what's the Paw Patrol, like that utopian world of just everybody's happy. They just go to work. The day goes by, no bad weather.
The episode where Caillou came up, I was going to bring up Paw Patrol because Paw Patrol makes me want to just take a spoon to my eye.
What, you hate
My
that show?
son
it is-
loves Paw Patrol.
It is the worst. But
Be there on the double.
Man, would you
okay,
go
back
in
to
a
the question.
cartoon, live a cartoon life?
You gotta.
Really?
I mean, how do you not?
You don't want to live in Game of Thrones?
No.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not making it the month.
live is the key word there. That's a hard one to survive.
Man.
So I kind of have my.
There are lots of fantasy TV shows. Star
Yes.
Trek, people who would want to live in Star Trek and be Picard for a month.
That's a really good answer.
A month of
and
Picard.
B. Jean-Luc. Heck yeah.
I would rather be Kirk though.
Really?
Yeah. Kirk was.
I guess,
still,
yeah,
He's still in his prime.
Yeah,
He's cruising around.
he's getting the ladies.
I mean,
the alien ladies.
He's living a good life. He's Captain Picard or
He's-
Captain Kirk, and Picard is like your grandpa.
And yeah, no, you're right because
We respect him.
I love Gramps. Gramps Picard was a great man, but he didn't punch other alien monsters in the face.
Yeah.
Slowly.
Yes, very slowly. So,
that universe is a great one.
That's a really good one.
man, so I know what my real answer
Oh,
is.
no.
But I don't want to. No, it's just too.
It's too dark.
No, it's not dark
Too
at all.
dumb?
I'm gonna be Tony Soprano.
It's what's Walter White's
Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad Eisenberg? No, is that right?
It's Walter White.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's far more selfish. Far more selfish than that.
Why did we bring up Breaking Bad?
No, because you were saying, is it dark?
Oh, okay.
I was like, no, I'm not going to be the
You're not going to be Heisenberg.
right. I'm not going to be the lead on making
Gotcha.
a murderer.
That's real life.
Well, that's the thing. I'm transitioning to real life. The place that I would want to spend a month was my dream growing up. It really was my dream. I worked towards it for a while. There was a minute where I thought it might happen. I would choose Saturday Night Live, baby.
Oh.
I would be
You'd spend a month there?
I would be the host for a month.
No, you have to be a character.
That's the character, the host.
That's fair.
Yeah, because if I'm a character, then I only get to maybe
You're Target Lady.
Oh, don't you put that evil on me. My wife does Target Lady. It's the most annoying thing in the world. Hi, everybody. Oh, did you get that on Target? Oh, that's so good. I can't even do it. His skin is crawling.
Do you have one, Mike?
All I can think of is Teen Titans. It's just such a magical place
Oh,
to
you
live.
could go Power Rangers. To live that life. You know you're never dying as a Power Ranger.
That's true.
Or Ninja Turtles. You could be one of the turtles. Just think about the pizza.
Oh, that
You're living in a
the pizza-
sewer.
Yeah, but
Jason's going to choose, what is it, DuckTales, and he's going to be Scrooge,
Yes.
Scrooge diving into his money bank.
has there ever been an animated food that looks more delicious than the pizza that they depict in the Ninja Turtles?
No, because it's always dripping with cheese,
Like,
but it stays on there.
It's insane.
Every bite is perfect.
It was just
He's
a
like,
giant.
I will be the pizza from Ninja Turtles.
Just eat myself.
Yes.
Pizza the Hut.
Would you want to be in Mad Men? That, go
I never
back?
watched Mad Men.
Well, that'll make you not want to do it so much. And no, they're always depressed.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I never watched it.
You want to be in MASH, Jason?
No triage for me, Andy.
You don't want to be
No.
right.
I don't want to
I want to be in the Korean War.
No, because I don't want to be bored out of my mind.
The humor is too witty for you?
The humor is too old-fashioned.
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
Any final thoughts?
What did you pick? What?
Yeah, I didn't think Andy's
you-
picked anything.
you went Teen
I'm
Titans?
leaning Teen Titans, and in between, I'll probably be Beast Boy from Teen Titans. He just seems like he's always happy, and
I don't
he
even
can turn
know.
into
What
animals.
is that show?
Teen Titans?
Yeah.
It's
It's a kid show?
Yeah, it's the group of superheroes of Robin, Cyborg, who's in there, Raven, Starfire, and Beast Boy.
Just put me in Transformers. I'll be a car.
A car or
that'd be
something that
awesome.
can actually transform?
He's just a regular car in Transformers. He wants to be jealous of all these
Camaro.
I'm the Camaro in the universe. I'm not actually.
Wait, you just go, crap.
Oh, wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I changed my answer.
Okay.
Because while it would be awesome to host Saturday Night Live, still holding out hope that can happen.
Mm-hmm.
So I got life ahead of me. But I'm being Superman. Are you kidding me? If I can go to Smallville or wait, is it Smallville?
Yeah.
Or any of the Superman series, and actually I get to fly. I get to fight monsters. I'm indestructible. Heck yeah. That's my go-to.
No House of Cards ambitions anywhere?
No. What'd you learn on today's episode? I learned that
I learned very little.
I learned that I cannot guess numbers as well as I thought.
I learned Jason's got a gambling problem.
Yeah, I did too. Goodbye, everybody.
See ya.
Thanks for listening to the Spitballers podcast. To see what other nonsense the guys are up to, check out SpitballersPod.com.